in perfect harmony.
Think about it this way. Where would you and I be if it weren't for God's amazing forgiveness? If He hadn't forgiven us, we wouldn't have the model of what forgiveness even looked like. We wouldn't know how or why we should forgive. We wouldn't understand how much we need His forgiveness. Because when my sin sent Jesus to the cross, and my sin nailed Him to the tree, and my sin separated me from the all-knowing and all-powerful God, He still forgave me. How could I think for a moment that I could withhold forgiveness from someone who has wronged me? Nobody sent me to the cross. Nobody nailed me to the tree. Nobody treated me like we treated Jesus. Why don't we realize that God is God? It's His way or the wrong way. And what in the world do we have to gain by going about this life the wrong way? We aren't God. We don't have a better plan. His plan for the church is written in His Word. Why can't we just obey it? And His plan for husbands and wives is written in His Word. Why can't we just obey that? It's simple. We think we know better than God, but we are as wrong can be. We fill our heads with junk. We fill our marriages with junk. And we fill our churches with junk. And expect there still to be room for God's will to be done in the midst of our lives. And yet, He is still here, working on us, loving us, forgiving us, disciplining us. Yes, us, the ones who constantly ignore Him, constantly desert Him, and constantly belittle Him by turning anything and everything else into idols, as though anything else could ever measure up. Measure up? What does that even mean? To measure up means to compare to our original. We can't compare anything to our original. Our original is infinite, immeasurable, perfect creator of the universe. And we foolishly think we or something finite that we can make can ever measure up. What do we think we know or understand of the mind of God? We are finite and can never measure up to His perfection because of our sin. And somehow we think we can know and understand He who has no sin. Not a chance. Try as we might, we are flawed people in need of a Savior that is more awesome, more amazing, and more merciful than we could ever comprehend. And you know what? It's okay to realize that we aren't God and that we don't have a better plan. Because no one and nothing can do what my Savior did. No one and nothing can ever measure up. So stop trying to replace our God with our own idols. Whether it be things or people or ourselves, it won't measure up. It can't measure up. So stop trying to put your own idols in the position that can only be held by our one and only God of the universe.